Number two, here's one that's kind of hard to think about. Matter of fact, I got a granddaughter sitting back there that she's learned this one already. Watch this. Healing continues after the crisis passes. Remember last Sunday we got the call that she'd been taken off the field? We all prayed for her, and right now she has to have surgery next Tuesday to correct the stuff that happened to her knee. And it's going to take a couple months. She's going to be out. How many months are you going to be out?
Like 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. See, healing continues after the crisis passes. It heals in relationships. It heals in your mind. It heals in your heart. It heals in your spirit. After the crisis, and you're not healed immediately, or there's times where you are healed immediately, but even then you're going to have to stop. And watch this now. Remember, don't expect instantaneous healing. Matter of fact, here's the problem. We get emotional aftershocks. And after we get emotional aftershocks, here's what happens. We're going along fine. We're doing good. We're running through that bottom part, not the top part of God's plan, our plan. Or we're going through that bottom part. We're doing okay. And then after we see the next obstacle, all of a sudden we get bumped thinking about the last obstacle. When we think about the last obstacle, all of a sudden now those hurts and those feelings and those pains are all coming back. And so we try to ask God, can you do something about this? And if we're not careful, we'll tend to dwell on the past. Now, if you're going to dwell on the past, please try to remember God delivered you. And God did a great work. Don't think about all the pain and all the hurt and just the negative. Remember, with every negative in God's economy, there's a positive connected to it. You got to remember that. So don't get stuck in the past. And if you have to, seek emotional help. Come see me. Come see somebody else. Go find a counselor somewhere. Just make sure they're Christian counselors. Make sure, when I say Christian counselors, here's the big mistake people make. Well, I'm going to them because I asked them when I called them, I said, you got the others? Yes. Are you a Christian counselor? Yes. And you get there and you don't hear anything about God. Let me explain something to you. Just because somebody's a Christian does not mean they use the Bible to counsel you. Okay? I've seen this. There's Christian counselors they're Christians who use psychology only to counsel you. They just believe in God. They may be born again. Then there's Christian counselors who use the Bible greatly. It is awesome. And it's straight Bible. That's where you want to be. If you don't want to be there, then there's also the pastoral counselors, which is what I am. A pastoral counselor is somebody that takes psychology and the Bible and blends it together and tries to take both sides of the coin and bring and help God to bring healing into your life. So either a pastoral counselor or a Christian counselor that uses the Bible. You know, I've seen somebody before that went to a Christian counselor having marriage problems. I went to a Christian counselor, a Christian who counseled. And after a couple of times, that person was ready to call quits on their marriage because that counselor was using plain psychology and was asking the wrong questions and going about it the wrong way. So this person went to a Christian counselor. When they went to a Christian counselor, their whole idea changed about everything. Their whole life lit right back up because now they're having the Word put in it, not just psychology. If you go to a regular counselor that does not use godly principles, the average of stuff sticking and the average healing that takes place at stage is about 50%. If you go to a Christian counselor, the average is about 95%. There's a big difference. Amen? You can't beat the Bible. You just can't beat the Bible. Amen? So look, sometimes you have to go seek some help. Now you have to seek some help. Remember this. Now look. What's this? Psalm 27:14 says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So remember, don't think just because the crisis is over that healing is automatic. Even if God heals your leg or heals your arm or heals a part of your body, you still have to go through the other things. So healing takes place long after the crisis. So don't be confused, all right? Now, next one. Look at that. I just can't get my mind off of that guy trying to fight that battle. Out there by himself, trying to call in coordinates. And it just blows my mind to think about that. There's been explosions and the helicopters and all this stuff going on around him. He's trying to keep his focus to call in those coordinates in the middle of all this stuff. The next thing. Here's where a lot of Christians have stopped. After the crisis, get connected. Get involved. We get in a crisis and all of a sudden, either because we've been hurt or because we don't know who to trust, whatever. We go through a crisis and then we try to handle the rest on our own. It's not going to work. God didn't make us to handle everything on our own. That's why He created the church, the body. It's called the body of Christ. There's a reason why it's called the body of Christ. It's because we all have a part to play in it. We got to remember this. Look. After the crisis, your responsibility to engage with the proper support you need. Again, local church, neighborhood services, organizations. There's AA, and there's Alcoholics Anonymous, and that's for the guys and women that have had problems with alcohol. There's Al-Anon, which is for the family members that they're dealing with trying to help their family members. So you got two different organizations that are there to help. You got Narcotics Anonymous, and you got the same way with people having problems with narcotics. And these are all godly things. These are godly things, and they will teach you godly principles. And then you've got the one that supports the family of the people that are trying to help them. Find a local support group. Get involved. Matter of fact, sometimes we go through things just so we can understand how it feels, so we can help somebody else. There's a lot of things, there's a lot of things that I didn't understand, but after I went through it, it changed the way I saw and the way I handled it when I ministered to people. A big change in how I ministered to people. Now, matter of fact, the Bible says, therefore comfort each other and edify one another just as you're doing. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 11. Today, I got to leave here today and go to Aiden. You know, remember the little kid, the little bitty 1-year-old, less than a year old? I had a jar out there, putting money in for him. He died. And so I'm going to go to his funeral today. I just talked to his mama last Saturday. She says, well, he's doing okay. And then she sends me a text the day before yesterday. Well, Thursday, I was on the way to the prison ministry. She sent me a text that said, Thomas has a service on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And that's all she said. I said, please don't tell me that he died. And she said he died. It was just like that. She died a couple of days ago. She said, I'm sorry I didn't put more down there, and sorry I didn't tell you. She said, I've just been so tore up, I don't know what to do. I said, I'll be there. She says, please be there. I said, I'll be there. So I don't understand things, but if you look at certain things in certain ways, you might be saying, God, I really hate that I'm going through this. It's like the man who went to God, Jesus, and Jesus said, what's your problem? He says, I don't like the cross you gave me to bear. He said, I'll tell you what, let's go in this room in here. They go in this room and there's all kinds of crosses in there. He said, I'll tell you what, you pick out the cross you like to bear. So he goes in, there's big crosses and there's little crosses, there are wide crosses, there's heavy crosses, there are light crosses. So he walks all through the crosses, He sizes them all up. And he finally comes to the smallest cross in the room. The lightest cross in the room. He went, oh yeah, there you go. He said, Jesus, I'll take this one. He said, how about that? You walk in and place the cross down and come back and pick it right back up and take it out, the same one I put in here. He didn't realize the cross he was bearing was not as heavy as it could be. And so we have to think about it. I think about a little child, the mother. Every time I go into Starbucks, and I go over and talk to her, and she would just cry and cry and cry. And she'd say, I don't know what to do because this child has an incurable disease, and they said he may not live to be a year old. And that jar was not for his healing. That jar was just so she could give him some stuff that he needed to bring him some comfort. That was all it was. And so he died. And I'm thinking about the thing, Daniel, cystic fibrosis, God healed him of that. DC, good Lord, he healed him of all kinds of things that went on through his life. And been with both those boys all that time. And Bethany, all the stuff she went through. And God has raised her up. And I think about all that stuff. And sometimes I just get kind of tore up thinking, remember I told you I was sitting there in the counseling room waiting for the counselor to come out to get Bethany. And I'm sitting there. She finally took Bethany out. And I was sitting there thinking, God, this girl's been in counseling all these years, and because she'd been so abused and so beat, had so many surgeries to fix her. I said, Lord, this is so aggravating. Her being hurt like this, and then we're all doing all this stuff all the time. I said, Lord, isn't there an easier way? And about that time, a wheelchair came in the counseling office and backed her right beside me. And that little bitty girl, who was about 8 or 9 years old, both her hands were burnt off. She had band-aids on her hands. You could see the sores on her neck and the sores on her face. And you see the bandages around her, and you could even smell. Her feet were burnt so bad she couldn't even wear her tennis shoes. She just had her tennis shoes with them opened up and a tongue hanging out. And she looked over at me. And then she said, "Hey, are you having a good day?" What she should have done, what really, when she was going, "Hey, did you have a good day?" Really what happened was God was just reached right down. And he grabbed me by the collar. And he pulled me right up and said, "And you think you got it bad? Turn over, boy. Go pick a switch. No matter how bad you think you got it, there's always worse." Amen? Amen. And so again, comfort one another. And don't comfort them by saying it could be worse. A little more knows that's not much of a comfort. You comfort them by saying, "I've been there," or "I know somebody's been there." I'm telling you, it's not easy, but you can get through it. God's there. Trust Him. Amen? So get connected. Get involved. We're almost through. Amen? How many let me do at least 10 more? You know, 10 more what? Well, Beanie's going to sit there because I got pictures of him in his chainsaw. See? It's amazing what you can do with, with cut and paste. No, I'm playing. I didn't tell her that, but I didn't get any pictures of you yet. Okay. All right. So now, watch this. Come on there. Wake up.